Hey dearies! Welcome back! Do you like going on adventures like climbing mountains or dodging lava by jumping on your couches? Well, don't slip and fall because some adventurers fell
straight to their doom.
Today we're looking into the scariest adventures that became the most dangerous incidents. Like, some of these stories are so mega yikes that some people literally fell into a volcano, and some guy thought he was Steve from Minecraft and got oofed in a mine cave. If you like the Minecraft movie and don't want to get lost tomorrow, make sure to like and subscribe. Trust me, I'll protect you. I bet you've seen all those memes about cave divers and how they'll dive into literally any hole, like this, or that, or this. Bro, what the heck are these cave divers doing? I'm scared of giving them a straw because they might try to fit through that too. Well, guess what? Some cave divers decided to do the impossible and went in a crazy diving session and, well, it didn't turn out well. As expected. Let's take a look.
In 2006, a group of cave divers decided they wanted to film a documentary in one of the most dangerous caves in the world. But only a few hours into their descent, and a freak storm erupts on land, collapsing the entrance to the cave. In order to avoid the huge falling rocks that were coming off the ceiling, they were forced to swim through one of the uncharted sections of the cave. After they've been diving for over an hour, they luckily come across this island in the middle of a tunnel, where they set up camp and wait to be rescued. After 48 hours and no sign of a rescue, the cameraman actually starts filming in case they don't make it out of there. At the same time, one of their crew members does something very stupid.
What in the world is that? Oh my gosh, dearies, it looks like some alien or bat monster. I think it's actually a bat monster because bats live in caves. Or it could be a vampire. Either way, I didn't expect that because I thought the explorers would get trapped inside the cave, but instead they met Dracula. But I did a little research and found out that the scene with the scary monsters is actually from a horror movie called The Descent. So fear not, dearies. This is just a fake story and no one actually got hurt. Now, I can't say the same for this next group of adventurers, because they actually did get hurt and it was pretty bad. Have you ever wanted to go underwater deep in the ocean and find all the hidden secrets? What if there's a treasure chest full of gold and diamonds? What if there's a mermaid underwater? Well, these super rich people were thinking the same thing and they tried to go down in a ship. But, I think this ship was made of cardboard. Watch this clip to understand how horrible their adventure was.
This is how the Ocean Gate submarine imploded, killing 6 people. It was supposed to be the trip of a lifetime. 6 people paying $250,000 each to see the Titanic wreck. But the Ocean Gate Titan wasn't your typical sub. It was experimental, controlled by a $30 video game controller and held together by tape. The company claimed it was safe, but experts raised red flags. Still, they dove anyway. An hour and 45 minutes into the descent, they lost signal with the base. Technicians didn't report it until hours later. 4 hours passed and the whole world started praying, hoping they were somehow alive, that they had enough air, but there just wasn't. In reality, sub had already imploded. On the bright side, they were crushed faster than the brain can process pain. The pressure at that depth would be like 500 elephants standing on top you while you're standing on a small coin. The new Ocean Gate CEO denied any blame, and a court miraculously dropped all of the charges. People online quickly began asking, do rich people like that really just vanish? Or was it all planned?
Listen, I love the marine life, and I love dolphins a lot, but I'd never risk going down undersea in a rinky-dinky device made of duct tape and plastic. By the way, did I mention the boat was controlled using a literal Xbox type of controller? That is actual brain rot. These people were the richest people in the world, so they could do literally anything. Why didn't they hire someone smart, like Rick or Stewie or you? Because even you know that a submarine made of duct tape isn't gonna work. I guess money doesn't make you smart, and just because someone's rich doesn't mean they had to be smart to get rich. Most people are just lucky. If you want to be lucky and get rich, let me know in the comments. Some people speculate that these guys pretended to die just so they can fake their death and escape. But, escape where? To the moon? To Atlantis? Hello? There's like no point in faking their death unless they found some cool secret world deep under the sea. And honestly, if that's true, then dearies, guess I'm signing up for the next underwater trip. Talking about trips, have you ever gone camping before? Not like in 99 Nights, but in real life. Okay, so a long time ago, some plane crashed into the woods, and a bunch of kids ended up living in the forest for a while, just like 99 Nights in the Forest. They had to camp and survive the dangerous woods from dangerous animals. Do you think this story is what 99 Nights in the Forest is based on? Let's watch what happened with this scary plane crash.
Okay, this documentary is absolutely wild. In 2023, this plane with 3 adults and 4 children, they're flying over Colombia and they crash land in the dark Amazon jungle. On impact, the 3 adults die. All 4 children leave the plane site. 12 years old, 9 years old, 4 years old, 11 months old.
Baby.
Once this is heard, everyone's freaking out. All of Colombia, the government, the forces, all the indigenous people and they go out and they start a search. Day 1, they can't find anything, and they go weeks without finding anything.
Weeks, huh? Would you say it was 99 weeks? But yikes, imagine falling into the forest when you're 9 years old. How are you gonna fight off all the jungle animals? Maybe if you say enough brain rot memes like Tung Tung and 6'7", maybe the animals' heads will explode. Or maybe the animals will be like, nah, I can't eat this kid, he's too cringe. Okay, so back to the story. The kids are lost in the forest and people are looking for them.
And they go through a lot of measures. They have a helicopter with a speaker that says, stay put. If you can hear this, literally 20 days, nothing. It was a really difficult thing with the indigenous people and the government forces to work together because
they don't like each other.
Yeah,
they don't like each other.
They don't trust them.
They don't trust them. Also, the military people, they were going through with a very good system. They were saying, this is how we do it. Indigenous people literally they would sit down and they would collect themselves, literally just let their heart guide them through the forest. Be a child, move like a child, think like a child.
Not gonna lie, I think that's a bad plan because there's no way a 40-year-old can think like a child. Like being 40 is basically an ancient fossil.
And on the 38th day, the government forces, they say, we have to pull out. We can't do this. There's no signs of life. The indigenous people that were there, they were really committed. On like the 39th day, they sit down and they start praying. Then they did ayahuasca.
Oh my gosh.
On the 40th day, they're packing up camp because they're also calling it quits. They had like maybe 2 or 3 people. They said, just go out and look real quick while we're waiting for the helicopter. They go out and they're sitting there and then they hear something and they freeze. They hear a baby cry.
Ah!
They start sprinting and they look over and there are the 4 children standing there.
Okay, so shout out to those natives for saving these kids and not giving up like the kids' own country did. Like, bruh, Colombia gave up so quick. And super shout out to the kids for surviving in the forest for 39 days. That is so awesome because I don't think I could survive for a week, bruh. I'd be looking around for a plug to charge my phone and call 911. Also, they had a baby with them. So what did they feed the baby for 39 days? Dearies, I think I need to watch this documentary because that is really interesting. You know what else is interesting? Tornadoes. Yep, I think tornadoes are cool to look at, not be inside. Duh. And when I say look at, I mean from a very far away safe distance with binoculars, because I ain't getting caught in that. I'm way too light, dearies. I weigh literally 90 pounds. I'm like a stick. I get blown away by the wind. If I got near a tornado, I'd fly straight into the sun. These people that call themselves storm chasers decided to go on an adventure and chase a tornado, and something horrible happened. Let's watch this dangerous storm chasing adventure.
This tornado killed the world's top storm chaser. On May 31st, 2013, Tim Samaras was tracking a massive wedge tornado near El Reno, Oklahoma. It appeared slow-moving, but then it rapidly expanded to over 2.6 miles wide, shifting directions unpredictably and gaining speed almost instantly. Tim, his son Paul, and their chase partner Carl were still inside when the tornado engulfed their vehicle. Tim Samaras, a storm-chasing expert known for his time on the Discovery Channel show Storm Chasers, was the first person to deploy instruments that measure what happens inside of a tornado. This is what their car looked like after being hit by the tornado. Tim Samaras was found in the passenger seat of the car, with his seatbelt still on Paul Samaras, and Carl Young were sucked out of the vehicle by the powerful sub-vortex, and their bodies were found half a mile away from the car near the road. They didn't die chasing a thrill. They died chasing truth to make others safer. Their legacy lives on in every improved forecast, every early warning, and every life that's now protected.
Oh, that's such a sad story. They were trying to find out truths about tornadoes and storms to keep us all safer in the future, but tornadoes are way too dangerous. Tim Samaras also worked on studying lightning, also super cool. But did you know that if you stand in the center of a storm, which is called the eye of the storm, it is actually super calm? Like imagine the storm is throwing a giant tantrum, screaming and spinning and breaking everything, but in the middle it is just like, hey bestie, welcome to my chill zone. Hurricane Hurricanes and tornadoes are kinda like storm cousins. Hurricanes are the big ones that form over warm ocean water and spin like a giant frisbee. Tornadoes are the small super zoom ones that drop down from the sky and spin so fast they look like the world's angriest ice cream cone. Are you able to spin around fast? Well, unfortunately, this next guy didn't spin around fast enough to run away, because he kept going straight into a mine like Steve from Minecraft and straight into his doom. Watch this if you're actually brave.
If you scare easily, I wouldn't watch this video. In 2013, a mine explorer found this entrance to an abandoned mine and decided to go have a look around. He decides to film his experience and upload it to his YouTube channel, where he had uploaded hundreds of other videos of him exploring mines, but he never once references the paranormal or ghosts or anything like that. Until this video. As soon as he steps foot inside, he tells the camera that he has a really uneasy feeling about being there and wonders if he should even keep going, but he does. Everything seems pretty normal until he gets to a section in the mine where there's a bunch of chains hanging down from the ceiling. He hears something in the back of the tunnel, so he pulls his flashlight out and he shines it towards the back, and he sees a chain swinging, and it shouldn't be, because there's no draft and he's all alone, and you can tell he's scared by the way he starts talking. Although he's totally freaked out, he wants to know what's causing the chain to swing, so he goes farther and farther into the mine until he hears something. People whispering in every direction. He gets totally spooked and runs out. If you don't want to sleep tonight, watch the whole video.
No thanks, because I do want to sleep tonight, so I think I'll avoid watching the whole video. But hey, at least he was able to escape. The dude got lucky, he didn't find Herobrine in there. If you know who Herobrine is, comment down below the name of the game. Anyway, this last clip is about volcanoes and lava. Like, you know what happens when you dig down in Minecraft, right? You dig, 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 and whoops, you fall right into lava and die. So this next adventurer wasn't digging, he was hiking and he accidentally slipped because he didn't have good shoes on. Let's see if he survived.
In 1991, a tourist fell into the crater of an active volcano during a hiking expedition. The drop was over 100 feet, landing him on a narrow ledge just above the lava. He broke his leg and passed out from the heat, but that wasn't the biggest danger. For 2 days, he held on without food or water, drifting in and out of consciousness. When rescuers finally located him, they were shocked to find him alive.
Wow, I'm so glad he made it out alive. Because being near lava can actually burn you slowly. Did you know that? Also, I bet you didn't know that people can survive without food for like a whole month if they really had to. But only a few days without water. That's why he was alive. Phew, close one, right? Alright, dearies, that is all for today. Thank you for hanging out with me and surviving all these scary facts without running away. I'm so proud of you. Make sure to like and subscribe so I can keep protecting you and stay safe out there. Toodles!